This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Delighted to be joined by Barry Jones straight after the main event. Can you talk us through it, Barry?
First of all, Chisora is the king of being in rematches no one wanted to see, but we're glad we saw them. He literally is, because we wanted to see the Parker second fight, and that turned to be better than the first. And this one, again, this was meant to be, well, the first one was a good watch. I mean, we weren't expecting a good watch in this one either, let's be honest. If anything, Chisora mauls him early, and the most likely scenario was Pulev just 1-2 hold, and skirts his way to an easy victory. But it was nothing like that. It was a war of attrition, and very early on.
Is it fair to say, Barry, that a lot of people wrote Derek off after his last performance against Parker, where he got bounced around the ring for a couple of rounds, wasn't he?
Yeah, and rightly so, to be honest. And I think, I've been writing Chisora off since the second Tyson Fury fight. Let's be honest, when I thought maybe, he's a good fighter, but maybe that's the sign maybe he's had enough. But he reinvents himself all the time. But he doesn't reinvent. He does the same thing, with a different mentality. And he somehow finds a way to be successful. And I worry. The reason I wanted to retire, and wanted to retire still, is I worry about the after effects. The way he takes all these shots, they will have an effect as your life goes on. Not always. Some people are built differently, but you just fear for that, of course, because I'm at an age, but I know boxers now who've been retired for 20, 30 years, and some of them are not in greater health. Some of them I know some guys, by the way, who have taken punches for a living. I mean, literally just walking into walls in fights, and they're fine. So it's a gamble that you don't want to take with your health, as boxing is. But yeah, how he can just keep coming back when he looks like he's done. And his career is like a fight scenario. He's getting outboxed, or he gets hurt, and then in that time of what would be most despair, he produces his best quality of work. Like, there was times there he just fought off instinct. Actually, I've never known a fighter in recent. I'll get everyone to tell me different. I can't think of a fighter right now in recent time that fights more off instinct than him. He's technically poor, let's be honest, in so many ways. Everything he does is wrong. He squares his feet up, he slaps with the overhand right, he's easy to hit, he walks in the shots, the jab's not always the best, but it is when he throws it. But he has some sort of formula that gives him success in the end. And we all moan about undefeated records, like especially my generation. Oh, I lost, everyone wants to keep that O. But then we slate someone like Chisora, who's had 12, 13 losses. He shows an example of that perseverance. What we teach our kids in school, perseverance, and everything you do, he's the epitome of that.
Did you make out what he was saying in the ring, Barry? Because we couldn't quite hear that.
He pretty much say, well, first of all, Eddie, show me more money. I want more money, or I'll go to the other side. I don't know what the other side, I presume, is Sky, but or DAZN, or maybe BT. But I also, I'm glad my kids were here, and I needed a win. That's what he said. I needed a win. I would have just carried on going regardless of the result. But he said I needed that win tonight.
Where do you think you should go next, Barry, or do you think you should call it a day on a high?
What a way to finish your career. And he has earned plenty of money, but he won't. So, he beat a guy there, as Eddie Hearn said in the ring, a top 15, maybe possibly top 10 in the world. So, as much as I think it's not good for his health, while he still wants to fight and he still can produce quality wins, as close as it was, by the way, then let him carry on. And I don't know. Then maybe he goes for someone else around that top 10 sort of mark.
He said he would like the Tyson Fury third fight. Tyson Fury said he'd like third. That's not realistic, Barry, is it, really?
It's not realistic, and no, it's not. It's not realistic, but nor is Floyd Mayweather boxing Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? So who knows in this crazy sport of boxing what will happen? And I don't really care. I've got to a stage now that I don't criticise it all.
Last question, because I know you're dashing. Are you going to Jeddah?
I don't think I am, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not too sad about that either, gotta be fair. So yeah, no, I don't think I am. But I'll be watching. It's an intriguing fight.
Quick prediction?
I think Usyk again. And I think Joshua fights better, but Usyk wins maybe easier.
Barry Jones, I appreciate your time. I know you're dashing, so I'll let you go before the rest of us get a hold of you.
Oh, cheers, pal. See you there.
Lovely. Thanks, Barry.
Thanks for letting Bouncy up on this. Everyone call me Bouncy. Barry, how are you?